Muscle, muscle, and muscle once again. What's up, 23% Nation? This is your man, Coach D. Today, I'm back with the Success Saturday video series, where here we discuss exactly how to be successful while on the 23% challenge meal plan. Now, guys, I have something very special in store for you today. We're going to answer the very popular question, which is, Coach D, what can I eat? What should I eat? And what do I eat while on the vegan bulk plan? So guys, if you're ready for that amazing answer, then please listen and watch on. All right, as usual, I have objectives, meaning things I need to convey to you. Now, as usual, I only have two objectives. Now, now my first objective is rather short term, and this is Coach D's tip. Basically, it's a little bit of advice, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of support. After all, I do want you to be successful. Now, my second objective is rather long term, and that is to save 1 million animals. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, 23% Nation, Coach D is ready to save all types of animals. So if you're like me and you want to learn something and you want to save animals in the process, then please listen on. All right, Coach D's tip for today is all about the vegan bulk plan. Now, as you can see, based on the title of this slide, this is part 3. Now, maybe this is your first video, and so you know absolutely nothing about part 1 or part 2. Well, just a little recap. Part 1, I gave you all the information that you really need to know as far as the vegan bulk plan is concerned. In part 2, I told you a little bit about my own personal muscle journey, right? Now in part 3, I'm going to do something that I didn't quite do in parts 1 and 2. Meaning today I'm going to let you know exactly the types of foods that we need to be consuming in order to build muscle. That's right, guys. So please listen on. First things first. As I just mentioned, this may be your first time ever encountering the 23% challenge meal plan. Or maybe, just maybe, this is the first time you've ever seen and heard of Coach D. So allow me to basically give you a little bit of a recap, right? So here's the question. What is the vegan bulk plan, Coach D? I really want to know. In a nutshell, guys, it is a plant-based meal and workout plan designed to help you build muscle in only 7 days. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, only 7 days, 1 week. Ultimately, it's a plan. It's a strategy. It's a roadmap to get you from where you currently are to where you want to be, right? After all, probably the title of this video encouraged you to click on it. But guys, I basically want to let you know this, that when it comes to building muscle, I look at it a little differently. I basically say that there are 2 ways in which you can do it. There's a healthy way to build muscle, and then there is an unhealthy way to build muscle. Now, I've experienced the unhealthy way. If you want to know, check out part 2. But guys, today, I'm going to really break it down and teach you exactly how you can build muscle by doing it the healthy way. Now, I do have to say that results are not guaranteed, and that's simply because, honestly, I don't know if you're going to follow the plan. I don't know if you're going to lift the weights and eat the food. But I will say this, that if you are able to follow the plan, then something amazing will happen to you. All right, 23% Nation, let's answer the question. Coach D, what do I eat? Well, guys, here we go. Now remember something. This is a plant-based meal plan. So in a nutshell, yes, you are going to be eating nuts, or shall I say, we are going to be eating lots and lots of plants. So first up are fruits. Next up are vegetables. Now, when it comes to our vegetables, we're actually going to be eating all types of vegetables. We're going to be eating leafy vegetables, root vegetables, flower vegetables, and yes, stem vegetables as well. We're also going to be eating legumes, meaning beans and peas. We're also going to be eating nuts and seeds. And last but not least, we are definitely going to be eating whole grains. Now, 23% Nation, I hope you're paying special attention to the colors, right? Because ultimately, we are going to be eating the entire rainbow. All right, first things first, let's talk about food group number one, which happens to be all about fruits. Now, I did a little bit of research and I came across something that's rather interesting. Apparently, mangoes are very popular. So yes, if you love mangoes, then yes, you can definitely eat them during the vegan bulk plan. Or how about pineapple? Do you enjoy pineapple? And what about good old strawberries? I hope you like strawberries because you can eat them, right? Now, what I like to do next is talk about some of the different nutrients that we're going to get from eating fruits. So first are vitamins. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to announce that fruits are an amazing source of vitamins. And not just any old vitamins, we're talking about both types of vitamins. We're talking about water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins. The next type of nutrient that we're going to get from fruits are going to be our simple carbohydrates. Now, when we talk about simple carbohydrates, we're really talking about monosaccharides. Now, there are two very important ones that we need to be aware of. First is glucose and second is fructose, which basically gives the fruit its sweet taste. Now, here's something that you may find interesting is that fruit makes for an excellent pre-workout meal. A lot of people turn to pre-workout shakes and pre-workout powders, but ladies and gentlemen, there's absolutely no need to look at something processed. Instead, let's go natural. Let's eat what nature provides. And nature is going to provide you with fructose and glucose that will definitely satisfy as a pre-workout meal. Also, fruits provide the body with antioxidants. Now, very quickly, antioxidants are nutrients that basically do the body good. Why? Because they help to deactivate free radicals. Also, fruits provide minerals, both major and trace. And yes, you absolutely will get your fiber, which I like to call nature's plumber. And yes, you will also get lots and lots of water. Now let's talk about water just for a quick second. During the 23% challenge meal plan, you're going to be consuming nothing but water. Now guys, I understand that some of you may not like water. I get it. So rather than drink it, I say let's eat it. Here's the thing. Most fruits, especially the wet or fleshy fruits, are chock full of water. So if you don't like to drink it, just simply eat it by eating more fruit. Now, some of you may wonder, Coach D, which fruits contain the most water? Well, just go with the ones that are very heavy by weight. So when we talk about watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew melon, well, guys, if you pick one up, it's almost like lifting a dumbbell, right? Now, that weight is caused by its water content. So if you want to eat more water, just simply eat more fruit. And last but not least, fruit will provide the body with phytonutrients. Now, maybe, just maybe, you've never heard of this word before. That's a-okay. Phyto means plants, and so yes, phytonutrients are those nutrients that come directly from plants. Now, here's the thing about phytonutrients, is that while they are inside of the plant's body, they basically do the plant good. They serve as a source of antibiotics, right? They help keep the plant healthy and strong and vibrant. But then when you eat the plants, well, guess what? They're very, very beneficial for human health as well. So there you have it, guys. You can eat all of your favorite fruits, mangoes, pineapples, and strawberries, and you can get all the benefits that they provide. Now, some of you may be wondering, well, Coach D, what about fat? What about protein? Well, the reason why I did not list fat and protein in particular is because fruits, unfortunately, are not significant sources of protein and or fat. So please keep that in mind as you are designing your own meal plan. Next up, let's talk about vegetables. Now, as I mentioned earlier, vegetables can be broken down into several different types. You have leafy vegetables, you have root vegetables, you have stem vegetables, and then you also have flower vegetables. Now, for the sake of the vegan bulk plan, we are primarily going to stick with our root vegetables. So, here are some examples of some very popular vegetables that you can eat while on the vegan bulk plan. Number 1, broccoli. Number 2, carrots. And number 3, good old sweet potatoes. Love these. Now, as a really quick suggestion, if you love sweet potatoes, imagine adding a little bit of cinnamon or a lot of cinnamon to them. They taste amazing. Now let's talk about the nutrient content of vegetables. Ladies and gentlemen, as I've already stated, with fruits, vegetables provide vitamins as well. And yes, both types, water soluble and fat soluble. Now when it comes to vegetables, they're not necessarily going to give you the simple carbohydrates. Instead, most of them will provide you with complex carbohydrates, specifically starch. Also, you're going to get your antioxidants, which once again deactivate free radicals, which basically helps to boost the immune system, and it helps ward off such diseases as cancer, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Now, a lot of people have a lot of questions like, Coach D, where am I going to get my calcium? Where am I going to get my iron? Where am I going to get my magnesium from? Right? I get it. Well, guys, if that's your question, then all you have to do is eat vegetables. Believe it or not, vegetables contain a lot of minerals, both trace and major. Also, vegetables are an amazing source of fiber. Now, earlier in the fruit slide, I referred to fiber as nature's plumber, right? Well, the reason why I consider fiber nature's plumber is simply because it helps to keep your tubes nice and clean. Now, what tubes am I talking about? It's easy. I'm talking about our blood vessels. Fiber keeps them free of plaque and excess cholesterol. And then it also keeps your colon free of excess waste and toxins. That's right. And last but not least, vegetables will provide the body with beneficial phytonutrients. So there you have it, guys. When it comes to vegetables, go ahead, enjoy your broccoli, enjoy your carrots, and definitely enjoy your sweet potatoes. All right, food group number 3 are the legumes, specifically beans and peas. Do you like black beans? Do you enjoy green beans? And what about kidney beans? Well, if you're like Coach D and you absolutely love black beans, green beans, and kidney beans, well, guys, you are in heaven. Why? Because you can eat all these and then some while on the vegan bulk plan. Now, a lot of you are wondering, all right, Coach D, so when it comes to legumes, what types of nutrients do they provide? Well, first up are your vitamins. Once again, fat soluble and water soluble, right? Carbohydrates and fiber. Now, when it comes to these carbs, well, guys, these aren't going to be the simple carbs. Instead, these are going to be your complex carbohydrates, more like your starchy carbohydrates, right? So these are going to be the carbs that are going to provide you with a long sustaining type of energy. Yes, legumes do provide antioxidants. Yes, they do provide minerals, calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, a little bit of sodium. The body needs them all. And finally, we answer the age-old question, Coach D, where am I going to get my protein from? Well, guys, now that we are talking about food group number 3, legumes, now we can talk about protein. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you something, that plant protein is one of the best sources of protein that you can put in your body. Why? Because it's a little different from that of meat and animal products. The reason is because when you consume plant protein, you are not consuming cholesterol and you are not consuming saturated fat. So guess what? You get all the health benefits and none of the detriments, which is a really, really good thing. And don't worry about the amount of protein. Trust me, when it comes to black beans, green beans, and kidney beans, they're going to offer you quite a bit of protein that's actually very comparable to meat. And yes, as usual, because it's a plant food, your beans and peas will provide the body with lots of phytonutrients. All right, moving on to plant food group number 4, which happen to be our nuts and seeds. Do you enjoy almonds? What about cashews, my personal favorite? And what about pistachios? Well, ladies and gentlemen, 23% Nation, if you love almonds, if you enjoy cashews, and if you absolutely adore pistachios, then yes, you can eat all these and then some while on the vegan bulk plan. When it comes to their nutrient content, let's talk about the vitamins. Let's talk about the water soluble and the fat soluble vitamins. Now, a little more information for you. When we talk about the water-soluble vitamins, we're talking about vitamin C and the 8B vitamins. When we talk about the fat-soluble vitamins, we're talking about DECA, D-E-K-N-A. Yes, lots of carbohydrates and fiber, of course. Now, let's talk a little bit about fat. Now, based on the 3 previous food groups, I really didn't talk that much about fat. And that's simply because when we talk about fruit, vegetables, and legumes, the fat content is very low. However, when we talk about nuts and seeds, the fat content is very high. Now, some people may say, well, Coach D, shouldn't I stay away from nuts and seeds? Well, guys, remember, we're talking about the vegan bulk plan. This particular plan is all about calorie increase, right? We do need those extra calories in order to build muscle. Now, don't be afraid of this type of fat. Why? Because it's unsaturated fat and it's known as the healthy fat. So yes, nuts and seeds will provide the body with pretty much all the fat that it needs. Once again, you're going to get your vitamins, both major and trace. And here's something else that's big. A lot of people still wondering, Coach D, where am I going to get my protein from? Don't fret, don't stress, it's here. Guys, nuts and seeds provide lots and lots of plant-based protein, minus the cholesterol, minus the saturated fat, right? And guess what? You didn't have to kill an animal to eat it. So, if you're wondering where your protein is going to come from, number 1 are legumes, and number 2, nuts and seeds. And last but not least, nuts and seeds do provide antioxidants and phytonutrients. Now let's talk about our last food group of plant foods, and these are whole grains. How about corn? Do you enjoy corn? What about oatmeal? You like oatmeal? What about brown rice? I hope you like brown rice, right? And notice that I said brown rice and not white rice. Ladies and gentlemen, quick tidbit. White rice is not as nutritious as brown rice. Remember something. We are on the 23% challenge meal plan, which is all about more nutrients and fewer toxins. Unfortunately, white rice does serve as a toxin when inside the body. So, no white rice, only brown rice or wild rice. When it comes to the nutrient content, you're going to get your vitamins, fat soluble and water soluble. Now, for those of us that are looking for sustained, long, chronic energy, well, guys, this is it, right? You want complex carbohydrates, you want starch, you want energy that is long lasting, energy that's going to last you from morning, noon until night. Well, guys, whole grains are definitely an amazing source of complex carbohydrates. And as usual, plant foods, including whole grains, do contain fiber. That's right. Now, remember something. Fiber is what I like to call nature's plumber. It keeps your tubes clean. It gets rid of that excess cholesterol, helping out your heart, and then it also gets rid of excess toxins and waste, helping to reduce your likelihood of developing colon cancer. Now, when it comes to whole grains, there is a little bit of fat, but remember, don't fret. It's plant-based fat. Unsaturated fat meaning healthy fat. You're going to get your minerals, right? So don't be too alarmed about calcium and iron. You're going to get them, trust me. There's that age-old question. Coach D, where am I going to get my protein from? Well, protein is back once again. Now, guys, here's something that you need to be aware of, is that yes, protein, but more specifically, dietary protein, it does help build muscle. But here's something that you may not be aware of, is that protein, when consumed, doesn't only build muscle. Guess what? It also helps you to grow hair, and it also helps you to grow fingernails and toenails. So while you're on this meal plan, don't be surprised if your toenails and your fingernails start to grow a little faster. All you got to do is get a toenail clipper or fingernail clipper and clip those puppies. And as always, because these are plant-based foods, you will get your antioxidants and your phytonutrients. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 5 food groups that you get to enjoy while on the vegan bulk plan. Now, 23% Nation, some of you may say, well, Coach D, I really enjoyed the presentation. I'm a believer. How do I sign up? Well, guys, I got some really good news for you. I've actually teamed up with Fiverr.com. That's right, Fiverr.com. And I have my own gig there. Basically, I will help you create a 7-day plant-based vegan meal plan, but it'll be specifically for bulking purposes. So don't be surprised if you get hit with 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 calories, right? So what does that mean? It simply means that yes, I'm going to let you know exactly how many calories you're taking in, plus I'm going to let you know how many grams of carbohydrates, how many grams of protein, and how many grams of fat. I may even let you know how many grams of fiber you're including as well. Now here's the good part, is that it's not just any old regular meal plan. It's customized based on what you know, what you like, and what you already eat. So basically, you'll be eating the foods that you're already comfortable with. Now, outside of that, you're going to get a health assessment as well as a workout program. That's right, guys. After all, we are here to build muscle. So, in a nutshell, you're going to get the meal plan, you're going to get the nutrition report, you're going to get the health assessment, and a workout plan. All right, let's now move on to Coach D's long-term objective, which is to save 1 million animals. Guys, I recently came across an amazing website. It's called vegancalculator.com. Now, here's what they have to say. They say that eating a 100% plant-based diet for 7 days saves 7 animals. What? That's right. Eating plant-based for 7 days saves 7 animals. Who knew, right? So now the question is, what kind of animals are you looking to save, Coach D? Well, guys, I'm looking to save all animals, but allow me to be a little more specific. So the first type of animal that I'm looking to save are those animals who are eaten as food, meaning farm animals, the cows, the pigs, the chickens, the goats, the lambs, the bunnies, the shrimp, the crab, and the lobster. Now, the second type of animal that I'm looking to save are those animals whose natural habitats are destroyed due to the standard American diet. Now, when we talk about these animals, it's very, very important that we bring up the topic of animal agriculture. I recently saw a movie entitled Cowspiracy, and basically they talk about how detrimental animal agriculture is to planet Earth. Basically, it's a two-headed monster. One head of the monster simply creates animals so that they can be eaten as food, right? And then the second head of the monster is all about clearing land to grow crops so that these animals can now eat. Well, because of those two processes, animal agriculture turns out to be the biggest contributor to water pollution, air pollution, ocean dead zones, desertification, and also species extinction. So guys, these are the types of animals that I'm looking to save. In a nutshell, I'm looking to save all animals. Why? Because I love them, plain and simple. 23% Nation, I need your help. Specifically, I need the help of 145,000 people to join me in on the 23% Challenge meal plan. Now, you may not be aware of this, but there are two directions in which you can take the meal plan. You can do the vegan bulk, which is what this video is about, or you can do the vegan lean. That's right. So you do have options. Of course, on the 23% Challenge meal plan, right? And remember something, it's only 7 days long. 1 week. As a matter of fact, it's the first 7 days of every month. The 1st through the 7th. That's it. So if I can get 145,000 people to join me for 7 days, then yes, collectively we will accomplish our goal of saving 1 million animals. All right. 23% Nation, a lot of you are stepping up to the plate and now you're saying, Coach D, I want to help. Well, lucky for you, as I've already stated, I've teamed up with Fiverr.com. And yes, I'm going to help you customize, personalize a 7-day plant-based vegan meal plan. Now, I've already given you the details, but here's something that I did not tell you, is that all you have to do, if you're interested, is go to the description box and click on the link. I'm providing a direct link to my gig. Just click on it, make the order, I'll process the order and send it your way. Right? So guys, if you're looking to help, once again, click on the description box, click the link, right? And fill out the order and I'll have it to you in a jiffy. It's time for our question of the day, and this comes from yours truly and the rest of the 23% Nation. We have inquiry minds. So we want to know, what can you eat on the vegan bulk plan? Now, ultimately, that's what this entire video is about, so hopefully you were listening. So guys, please write the answer in the comment box below. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. As always, let's eat well, feel well, think well, do well, be well. This is your man, Coach D. Now, before I sign out, I got to ask you to please remember to use our 3-word mantra. It's hashtag eat more plants. And while you're at it, drink more water. As stated before, my name is Coach D. I'm signing out. Always remember to take care. God bless, and never ever forget that Coach D loves you.